Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today we're going to be looking at what your person regrets most. This is a bonus reading. I want to thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and comment, and I want to remind you all that there is an extended to this reading for those that are interested in it. Anyway, I have angel healing up for this Saturday. If you do want to check that out, no, it's free, but with an option to tip. So if you do want to check it out, and if you're available at the time, do go look at it. Anyway, let's take a look here. I kind of want to see, like, I forgot how I did the Aries reading, but I want to see how, where this person's head's at, right? So where is Gemini's person's head at? Metatron, Kuan Yin, Saint Germain, and BJ. Where is this person's head at? So I am seeing this person's head has been at a state of confusion. They're very much hung up on looking at logic. I actually see this person very much in this energy of being a detective. You see this a lot all the time, or even in true crime. Right? And they're like, you gotta follow the facts, follow the facts, follow the facts. Yeah, that gets you nowhere. And sometimes it leads you to the proper conclusion, right? But it's not a guarantee. Guess what always guarantees getting you to the proper conclusion? Your heart, right? So I definitely feel like this is someone who's very much hung up on looking at facts, rational thinker here, all about that logic. And it kind of leads them sometimes in the right direction, sometimes not so much. I do feel though that this is actually clearing up for this person. I actually see the clouds dispersing, right? Like it's really cloudy at one time in the day, and then the clouds go away and the sun's beaming. That's where they're heading, but they have been stuck in a state of confusion for so long. I do feel like they're looking at you and all of this and everything was a very confusing type situation, and they're starting to see things a lot more clearly. But it's interesting because it's not coming from logic. It's not coming from rational things. It's coming from anything but that. So they're saying, right, that a lot of our experiences teach us to stop following logic, to start following their heart. And you're one of them for this person. The biggest one probably, right? Where it's like you need to stop following logic because it gets you nowhere. And that's a hard lesson to learn, right? All of us have had to go down that road where it's like, next time I'll trust my intuition. I know I've had that experience. I'm sure all of you have. If you let me know in the comments if you have. But all of you had the experience. Next time if I get that feeling, I know to trust it. You know what I mean? Like I had that one a long time ago, and I think that's where they're at basically right now. But they loved following the paper trail or the evidence, right, to come to their conclusions, and now they're actually letting that go. And as they do, they're starting to see things more clearly. It's real beautiful. It's a very, very important step that this person takes, but it's one that they have been resistant to taking. And the reason for this is that they're just a product of society, essentially. A lot of some people, all of us have varying different degrees of how much we're affected by how the world thinks, right? Some of us, not so much. Others, you really do, you get programmed with all that stuff, and it takes a long time to deprogram, right? I see this person having been programmed a lot by how society thinks, and they've had this. It's a very, very, very long journey to deprogram themselves. And one of the things that's being deprogrammed is focusing less, right, on the logic, that evidence, that detectiveness, right, more on their heart. And in doing so, this is someone who's starting to figure things out. Very, very interesting. Let's see, what else is happening with this person? Like, where else is their head at? They're focusing on what's next and what do they want for themselves. I do feel here as well, they used to be too focused on too far ahead, and now they're going closer to their path. Does it make sense? It's not like they're not mindful, and that's definitely what all of us need to strive for, right? Stop worrying about what's next. Everyone loves that, do they not? But if what's next is going to happen, focus on your present moment. Enjoy the present, right? But they are closer to the present, basically. So I see this person really starting to look down and starting to see or focus on a little bit closer to where they are in the present moment. It's not actually mindfulness, but it's getting there, essentially. Let's see what else is here. I do feel like this person's intentions for you in the situation are becoming a lot clearer. This is someone who understands what they want to do, and they also understand what they need to do about the situation as well. And it's everything's falling into place. It's like, you had this really big mystery, this conundrum, and one fact or one thing just leads you to another, and you start to really piece it all together. That's exactly what's happening with this person. They're starting to piece everything together, and they're starting to see the actual, it's like puzzle pieces. You see the image, right? I don't know if there is a puzzle like that where you don't have an image to look at. But they're saying that there is such a thing. Anyway, I've never done one. But they're saying that this person didn't have the image, right? But they've had to piece it together, and now they're finally making some progress. So it's real interesting. Is there anything else on where this person's head's at currently? Yes. There is something about the higher heart chakra. I see the truth coming out very strongly. They're becoming more balanced in that. Ah, I see. This has to do with I don't know how this is applying to their life. I don't know if you are intertwined in this, however, or entangled. That's the word they want to give in this. But this is someone who's now starting to stand in their truth, and they're now starting to express themselves to the people that are closest to them. And this is someone who's being a lot more forward about how they see things, how they feel about things as well, and it's really been. Um, they have a shift in dynamic essentially when it comes to people in their life. I feel like in the past they would just take everything on like a sponge, and now this is someone they found something that they didn't have before, and it was because of that logical mind of theirs over processing, and it's truth. And the truth, when you have truth inside of you're not fooled, right, by other people's false beliefs, right? By other people's false teachings. And this is someone whose truth is pushing out other people's false teachings, the deprogramming state, right, that they were bringing up. And now this person is standing more sovereign. They're working towards that. I see this person being stronger than they used to be. They're a lot more sure about things as well. Sorry, I don't know how to phrase this. They're not impressionable as they once was. As they once were. It's very clear. Like this is someone where it's like maybe they'll come to your conclusion, but they want to come to that conclusion on their own. Does that make sense? Rather than just taking someone's word for it. Yeah, very clear. So you have someone here who's and it has to do with specific people in their life that I feel, maybe their parents that taught them stuff that they didn't really fact check. Mostly who fact checks their parents, right? When you're being taught that as a child, I don't think many people do that, right? And this is someone where they're starting to fact check now, and it's really beautiful, very, very sovereign type energy coming through. Let's see, how does this person currently feel about Gemini? There is a lot of stuff that they didn't see in the past about you, all of it, that they're now starting to see. They're bringing that scene. I don't know if it's maybe like a TV show or a movie where you see like the clouds parting and then the sun starts to shine and everything, you can see things clearly. This is someone who they very much regret not seeing things clearly in the past, or not seeing you clearly in the past. And now they're starting to see all of it very, very clearly that they couldn't. It's interesting that they're giving this. They're showing me a snow globe and with light shining through. There was like this darkness there, and now the light's pushing out all that darkness. Now they're starting to see the snow globe. It's interesting. I guess I have to put it because in the snow globe, don't you have like a miniature version of something, right? You know how they have one for Chicago, right, or something, or some city, or different places. It's like you are looking at a place, right, that's been shrunken down, that you can see it all at once. I hope either you understand it or no, but that's what this person's feelings for you is that they see everything at once now, where before they weren't able to, and now they're starting to see it in its entirety. Like it's like almost like their scope, right, of how that they were able to process has grown so significantly, and it had because of this person turning off their mind and actually listening to their heart for once. Real beautiful. How else do they feel about the Gemini people, Gemini viewers? This is someone who is thinking about movement in your connection. However, they're showing me a tree, but they're showing me that tree that's in Africa. Like they have, what I'm talking about, that tree they just have one of them. Like, why is there only one? I think I know what they mean. This person feels like, that there's only one of you. They definitely see your uniqueness. They definitely see how much you stand out, and that's actually what they're showing me. The scene, that scene, like I don't know if it's a savanna that they have in Africa, I don't know, but it's like everything's flat and there's like one tree there. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. And it's like those scenes. It's like and they're showing me the sun come up. Yeah, this person sees you like that. Like it's just you stand out. You stand out out of the crowd, and they definitely have noticed you. They see you, and they value you. I do feel this person sees you as a bit of an enigma at times as well, which also adds to the stimulation that they really do appreciate. This is the kind of person that gets bored very easily with stuff. They do, but you're stimulating enough to not that they won't be bored with you. And it's really, really important for this person. The air's coming up. I do feel they really like to converse with you. Like they like to talk with you as well. It seems to be one of the major appeals. I'm being honest with you. And that's where the stimulation that they feel when they're around you comes up a lot. This person kind of gets, I don't know. It's like sometimes you look under people's hoods and you're like, ugh, that's what's here. Yeah, they like what's under your hood, essentially. And because they like how you see things, like how you view things. But it's not just that, though. Just having your ideas, it's hearing how you see things stimulates them. And that's how they feel about you. It's like how they feel about you is, I guess, the feelings that you bring to their life that they actually have always been looking for. Let's see, is there anything else here for the Gemini viewers? For their feelings, this person's feelings for Gemini. There is a vast deep of emotion that they have for you. It's quite vast, by the way, as well. But they don't know how vast it is. It's like they're showing me like this, like if you're looking at the sea or the ocean, and you're like, wow, that's a lot, right? But how much is here, right? I don't know because I haven't actually looked, right? I haven't actually, swam in it. So this person knows that they have feelings for you. They know that their feelings for you are vast. However, they don't know the quantity of it, essentially. And this has to do with this person not really exploring their feelings for you. So they know that there's a lot of unexplored territory here, a lot of unexplored emotions that they have for you. They do know they're there. They just don't know. It's like, sorry, they've given an example. It's like you are, I don't know, it's not a zoologist or something like that. I don't think that's the word, but it's like where you discover new species. You know what I mean? But you have to travel there to discover, right? They're not just going to be there. So, you know what I mean? Like you have to literally look for these species in order for them to, for you to find them. And this is someone where they see you like that. Like I know there's new ones there. I know there's stuff there I don't know about, but I have to actually look. And this is someone who, like, their feelings for you are that, right? I know it's there, but I haven't looked to know exactly what that means and exactly what that is, essentially. So very interesting. Anyway, let's see. What are this person's biggest regrets towards the Gemini viewers? One of the biggest regrets is for this person to be too scared to explore and see where this connection would lead. That is like the more key one for this person right now. It is, they always love this one, the deathbed scenario, right? Where you're on your deathbed. You don't look at what you did that you regret. You look at what you didn't do that you regret not doing. And this is someone who's very much in this boat where they really wish that they had explored your connection and explored their feelings for you, and but it's more importantly to see where this would lead. I do feel a lot of you have had a lot of setbacks with this person, because the feelings that's coming through is like, I wonder where we would be if we didn't have those issues, those setbacks that I was bringing to the table. And this is someone who really wishes that they had let that happen so that they can see where they would be today. They really, really do. I don't know. I want to say miss you, but it's not gonna be for everyone. But they really do miss you. And they really do feel like they missed out on that, right, as well, because I should be here. I do feel this person has one of those issues that a lot of people have, right, where they have these expectations that they always want to uphold. So even though you could be enjoying a nice connection right now, this person looks at where you should be, and they are disappointed at what they're currently experiencing. So if that's you, like you've had that issue, you got to fix that, because you're never going to be able to appreciate the present moment. And again, they're bringing up mindset mindfulness as really being key. Just so you know, I'm going to be doing in the extended your guidance. I imagine that's going to come out for you, but we'll see. But it's key to being more mindful is to let go of what would have been. It's not going to happen, right? You know, you need to focus on what's currently being. But this is someone who has that issue. Let's see, is there any other regrets that they have towards the Gemini viewers? They really wish that they had saw you more clearly. I do feel they never looked at you directly. And I don't mean literally, obviously, but it does feel like this person saw you through a reflection. And how they're showing me the reflection is like the ocean, right? And then it's like you're the sun, right? The backdrop, and then there's an ocean, and then the sun's right there, and they're looking at you, right? But you're the sun, but they're looking at you through the water, and it kind of murked up some stuff, right? It created ripples, and this is someone who really regrets not looking at you directly, not seeing you clearly, not even taking the time to do that as well. I do feel part of it was that you shine very brightly for this person. I do feel there's a bit of an intimidation factor and a likelihood that this person may have been somewhat threatened by you. I don't know if you're really good at socializing or you're really funny. I don't know what it was essentially, but it was like they were seeing you from the corner of their eye, but they didn't want to look at you directly because of that own fear of that you're bigger than them or better than them or more capable, something like that. It's something like that. So they never really wanted to see you for you. I imagine this was unconsciously, right? Made the choice not to look at you directly, not to see you clearly. And in doing so, this is someone who's making choices from that place, right? Rather than the place of truth. And it came from this person being threatened by you in some way, but threatened by how you shined, threatened by how you came across, right? You're very bright. I do feel at that time, sorry, Metatron is bringing up the fact that when we are filled with a lot of light, we get lighter, right? We do get brighter, even though in the Matrix that you can't see it, right? But the light is just behind that veil, right? It's just behind it. So technically you can see it, right? However, you can't see it, you know? So I do feel when this person was like seeing you, right? Looking at you, you were bright when you were around this person, and that brightness was threatening, yeah. And even though you don't technically, physically, literally see it, right? You do see it. Some is what it is. All right. Is there anything else on this person's regrets towards the Gemini viewers? I do feel that this person's of like threatening, like being threatened by you, came across in various different ways. Some of them they tried to like deflate you in some way. I see like maybe dreams that you may have had or ways in which you saw the world, you know, probably coming from a pure, truthful state that this person was trying to dismiss, right? As I don't know, maybe youthful. You know how people look at youth and they think it's again all that programming, right? If you look at youth and think naivety, but that's actually what we're all moving towards. You're literally moving towards your inner child, right? Literally, right? You're moving towards that's all the layers that you have on you, what you're trying to release. So that's what you're healing, right? So this is someone who, when they were looking at you, they saw so much purity that I think they were very much not gonna say deflecting, but maybe trying to deflate that a little bit, or I don't know. It's something like that. Yeah. It feels like deflate in some way. Anyway, but I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take this over to the extended Gemini. If you do want to check it out, please check it out. I do appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and comment. And again, angel healing for this Saturday. Do check it out and take care. Bye.